Well, it's my speeder stitcher oil, which is kind of a misnomer. It's not really super fast, but it goes through stuff that you really can't sew easy. You would bet if you were trying to sew through some of the stuff this can go through, you would be using a vice grips, holding the needle, probably break the needle, and it's a lot easier because you got this handle on it. So it's made in the USA. It's Stewart Manufacturing Company. It's been around Poughkeepsie, New York, right? And here it says it's for awnings, tents, sails, handbags, upholstery, auto tops, shoes. And it shows you can sew your shoes with it, like your boots. Matter of fact, I made a little holder for this Italian Leverledo switchblade on my mil-spec boots. So it's got a little holder for it. You can use it for, rifle slings. You can use it for your backpacks and stuff like that, right? Web gear, saddlebags and the bikes, motorcycle. So, first thing, well, you use this wax polyester thread. And I got the regular official stuff. I mean, just replacement threads. This is made in USA, 180 yards. You can get different colors. This is tan. You can get brown, black. I think it comes with red, blue, and some other colors, probably green. I'm sure, you can get pretty much any color you want. Tan's kind of your standard color. And I always say, put a little shoe polish on it or something if it needs to be black or whatever. Dye it, get some shoe dye, whatever. Just rub it on here. Now, this, like I said, it's got a little spool. I didn't say that, did I? It's got a little spool down in here, see? So that's where you load it up. Thread comes through that hole. You wrap it around. Okay, you wrap it around there once. The reason you wrap it around there once is so you got a thumb lock. Then it goes through here, right? Through that little slot. And there's like a hole up here. Comes through. And there's a little notch in the metal here, so when you got to just there's a thing underneath here, like there's a notch. It's got to go through that notch, or it can't go through there. The other thing is, if you look careful on a needle, there's a little slat right here. That slat, that little notch, has to be even with this. Okay? Got it about even. Yeah, it's about even. It's got to be even with that. Okay? And you pull out enough string or thread to, that's like your top stitch freaking thread, right? So you pull out enough of that. And you got to have enough to tie it off too. And if you screw it up, you just freaking start, you tie it off and you can continue on. Just make a new freaking thing. Just go keep going on it. If you freaking don't have enough thread, just freaking start anew. So let's do these two pieces right here. Now, if you want to make them about a 1/4 inch apart. Now, if you really want to get fancy, they got this little wheel that rolls over here. It's got like little spikes. You can make a little spike hole every 1/4 inch. Not like a hole, but an indentation, so you know where to put the needle. So you can really get it real accurate. You can get it pretty accurate by eye too, but you can get better if you use that little tool, but I don't have that tool. So the first time you push it through, what you do is you can put it down on the ground like that, right? And push it through up on the top, see? Okay. Of course, shit comes out the bottom, of course, because I didn't have it on there good. Yeah. Well, first time you set it up, sometimes you do things stupid shit like that. But anyway, maybe this needs to be pulled out a little bit too. This is like no, in there tight enough. That's what the deal is. So now it won't fall out now. So you pull it out. See, it makes a little loop. That's why it's important to get this side with the notch. That's the side. That's the part that's coming from the spool. So it makes the loop on a part that's not the spool, right? The top stitch. You pull this through. You only do this on the first stitch. You'll see what I mean in a second. So that's going to be your top stitch string. See, then you pull this down, and you do about a 1/4 inch right here. Same thing. Put it down on the ground. It's pretty thick, you know. Push it through. Then when you pull it out, see how it makes that little loop? See that loop? Now you take your top stitch string, put it through that loop, and you pull it out. And this is where you hold your thumb down here. You pull it out, and you pull it tight. You got a stitch. You got one stitch, and you know that's what you got, one stitch. So then you go through the next one, right? You gotta pull this up a little tighter too. Yeah, there's your stitch, right? Now, once you get the first stitch, it does get quicker. Then you go through the next, put it down through here. All right. Pull it out slightly. See, it's got that loop again. What the hell's that string right here? It's not too bright out here, man. You can't see what the hell. It's good to do this in better lighting than what I've got here. And pull it through again. Okay? 2 stitches. Alright. Go through again. It's strong though, man. It's strong as shit. That's the thing about it. It's strong as crap. It'd probably look better if you used. I'm not a pro at this, obviously, but it works. Push it through again. And then it makes that little loop. That's why it's important to have that needle facing the right way with the little notch I was saying. Let's show what I mean again. Pull it through, pull it tight, 2 stitches, okay? And then when you're done, so you're going to pull it through one more time. So you're just going to say this was the end of it, right? Push it through. Let's get some. I guess that's it. I need to. This leather is all boogered up, man. It's like chewed up leather. So I say push it through here. It's going through both pieces, and then your last one, you pull this out. You pull out some freaking some string here. And cut it, and then pull this out. All right, pull that out, and you got 2 pieces of string here, and you just put a square knot in it. Okay, that's your end. I didn't do it too neat because actually this damn piece of leather, it's not even cut straight. But the most important thing is to remember, you thread it through this here, loop it around here once, goes through here, there's a hole in here, and there's a little notch it goes into, and then on this side, you see on this right here, there's a slat, there's a notch in the needle itself. So when you're pushing this through, you're pulling it back out, it makes the loop on the other side. That's why you got it like that. It makes a loop on the other side. This thing actually works damn good, though, to tell you the truth. It wasn't a perfect demonstration because I'm kind of working with this little bullshit thing here, but even those few stitches ain't going nowhere, man. And just want to say that yesterday, of course, we got our kerosene lamp running diesel and our Confederate flag and coffee cup. Did this It's just the second one I did with these Rayovac batteries. See, nice and bright. Real bright. Put the Bedini charger on the Rayovac batteries just to top them off. This freaking cheap ass Rayovac thing. Wait till the green light comes on, doesn't take any more charge. I don't know. They're dry cell rechargeable as far as I'm concerned. Shit. Anyway. So that's a wrap. That's how you do that, basically. I'm not really skilled at it, but I did have sewn up an entire zipper in Jeep window down here on the side. I'll show you what I mean. This shit. This whole window is 30 below cold crack. Sewed it in there myself. Bought the materials with that Speedy Stitcher. And it's done a really neat job, but it's in there solid. Ain't going nowhere. And this is my other. This is the other one I charged up with the Rayovac Bedini charger. You know, works good, man. Works just fine. So I did that. You know, it's a Rayovac lantern battery. That was that video I did yesterday. I don't know how many times you could do that with non-rechargeables, but apparently more than a few times. So anyway, that's a wrap, and that thing's well worth getting, man. I'll tell you one thing. You know, people don't think of that shit because people don't think about sewing. They're all freaking, fire starters and, axes and shit, whatever, making survival shelters. Well, that's the other thing too. If you got a tent, you can maybe sew 2 tents together, or sew a tent together, or make sew up some of those tarps. Make your own kind of shelter with some just regular tarps, Got that thing. Because that's really what the hell you think those damn tents are made out of, right? That's all it is. So there you go.